Well, I woke up this morning from a reoccurring dream.
Hello, people. I am Jaby KOAY, joined by ACHARA. KIRK.
What's up?
We're looking at BBQ Vines, DHINDORA, Episode 1, Gayi. Is it DHINDORA or DHINDORA? I don't know. Someone will tell me in the comments that I did it wrong either way.
You go chasing rabbits, be careful what you find. The truth you seek might just blow right
So,
out.
if you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. If you haven't already, subscribe to BBQ Vines as well. I tried to get it out in one breath and I couldn't do it. If you haven't already, please also subscribe to BBQ Vines. There's a link in the description for the original video that we're about to watch. Give the original an upvote, subscribe to him, and let him know Jaby KOAY sent you. Babalu and his family lead an ordinary life. By a stroke of luck, he wins the lottery right before a major event turns his life upside down. Here we go.
Fun.
Oh, man.
Oh my.
Boy.
It looks pretty already.
130 करोड़ से भी ज्यादा आबादी वाला हमारा देश, जहां भिन्न भिन्न प्रकार के लोग बसते हैं। हर घर में ख्वाब बुने जाते हैं, जीने के अलग तरीके चुने जाते हैं। यहाँ प्यार है, तकरार है, लेकिन आपस में मिलजुल कर रहना बरकरार है। कुछ भाषाएं ऐसी मानो जुबान में मिश्री घुली हो। एक ऐसा ही शहर जहां का स्वभाव और जुबान जैसे गुड़ के पकौड़े।
ओए बहन के लौड़े।
पापा मैं सीधा डिनर पे आऊंगा। अरे टिंडे बना रखे तेरी माँ ने। छोड़ो फिर कल ही आता हूँ।
आज तो आउट है।
I'm digging the music.
सबसे बढ़िया काम पे किसने करो सालो? अबे ऊपर से चीचू चीचू की आवाज क्या आ रही है?
God, this was the best I ever had.
काफ मैं भी यही बोल पाता।
Damn.
Savage.
तुम्हें आज तक सच्चा प्यार नहीं हुआ ना?
प्यार बवाफीर की तरह होता है। एक बार होता है, लेकिन दर्द बहुत देता है।
Okay.
It happened more than once.
कुछ वाइब्रेट हो रहा है ना?
मैंने तुम्हें मना किया था ना। निकालो, निकालो।
तुम्हारा फोन बज रहा है।
ओ। हेलो? क्या?
I'll be right back.
A few hours ago.
उस मासूम को भनक तक नहीं थी कि सारी सारी रात जगाता है यही, हंसाता है यही, यही रुलाता है।
दिल तो पागल है वो लोग जो कैफे में जाके महंगी वाली कॉफी पीते हैं। ये है घरेलू तरीका पानी वाली कोल्ड कॉफी बनाने का। मैकडोनाल्ड वाले हमसे ही तो सीख के गए हैं। एफकेसी वाले क्रशर के नाम पे बर्फ चढ़वाते हैं।
FKC.
क्या बहुत लेट हो गया यार आज।
I'm loving this so far.
अब हम बनाएंगे सुशी।
ओके।
ये जापान की सबसे पसंदीदा फीकी चीजों में से एक है। दिखने में टिश्यू पेपर जैसा और स्वाद में गीले टिश्यू पेपर जैसा। इसमें चीज, पाइनएप्पल, एवोकाडो बिल्कुल मत डालिएगा, टेस्टी बन जाएगा।
अरे लेट हो गया, नाश्ता लगा दो।
Okay, I gotta say, that's a mean dig at sushi. Sushi's awesome. I had sushi once with an Indian girl who hated it. She's like, it has no flavor, it's so bland. I'm like, no, you're missing out on the nuances of it. Like, sushi's actually really good if you're into it. I love Indian food and I love sushi all the same. So
I'm just really enjoying this so far because I'm so used to seeing these characters in like a close-up and handheld, and it's just so nice to watch this as a show. I'm just like, it's making me really happy. What are you making, Mama?
ओए तेरे को कॉलेज नहीं जाना?
अभी टाइम है।
बेटा पहले मैं भी यही कहता था, फिर एक दिन अचानक स्कूल से कॉलेज आ गया और फिर तू आ गया। वो अखबार दे जरा।
Oh no!
क्या कर रहे हो बाबा? तांत्रिक हो गया?
मेरे सारे बाल खराब कर दिया आपने।
तू कॉलेज पढ़ने जाता है या फैशन करने जाता है? बच्चे फिदा हैं इन बालों पे। बहुत कंप्लेंट आ रही है तेरी कॉलेज से। टीचर बोल रहे हैं ये कौन लड़की है जो बॉयज टॉयलेट में खड़ी होकर हल्की हो रही है। अरे नाश्ता कहाँ गया यार? अरे वाह, पोहा हैं?
Poha. Oh, I miss poha.
फिर से पोहा।
आपकी जिंदगी
That is wild. They're all sitting together.
अच्छा
Looks like
अरे
John
नहीं बेटा,
Humphrey.
हमारा वो मतलब नहीं था। नहीं ठीक है, मूंगफली ले ले। इस घर में अंडा क्यों नहीं बनता? आप लोग रोज रोज पोहा कैसे खा लेते हो यार? बेटा बाहर जाकर देख, लोगों को पोहा तक नसीब नहीं होता। बहुत खुश नसीब है वो लोग पापा। तू पोहे के पीछे के इमोशन को समझ। हमें इमोशन की नहीं, प्रमोशन की जरूरत है। क्या बोला?
So much
क्या बोला ये?
attitude.
क्या बोला ये? आप ठंड रखो। ये मेरे दफ्तर की बातें ना करे तो बेहतर होगा। पहले अपने गिरेबान में झांक ले। उसने टी शर्ट पहनी है। बड़ा है हीरो बनने, जीरो है जीरो। ठंड रखो ना। जिस दिन मैं बड़ा सिंगर बन गया ना, सिर्फ ऑमलेट खाऊंगा, ऑमलेट। अरे मनोज तिवारी है क्या? आप ठंड रखो। बर्फ चबा लूं? बोलो चबा लूं?
शर्मा जी, कब से बेंच लगवाने को कहा है नगर निगम पार्षद साहब को? हमारे तो कोई सुनता ही नहीं है।
अपना बचपन याद है ना?
Look at his tummy.
और आजकल के बच्चे मोबाइल पे लगे रहते हैं।
शर्मा जी, अब पार्क में झूले नहीं लगेंगे तो लड़के खेलेंगे कहाँ? आपके झूले पे।
बेंचें लगवानी इनको। पैसे मांगने तो मेरे घर ही आ जाएंगे। अरे बाप रे, बस का इंतजार किया तो लेट हो जाऊंगा। रिक्शा पकड़ लेता हूँ आज। हैं? अरे रिक्शा, रिक्शा दरियागंज जाएगा क्या?
Hey.
क्यों भाई? काम करने निकला है, सैर करने निकला है? पीछे बैठ जा, मैं चला लेता हूँ।
अबे इसको जाना है।
इन्हें ले जाओ अब। चल ले यार, आधे आधे कर लियो।
Oh my gosh. This is fun. Like they're doing a lot of the, you know, them being together for the first time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in the same shot. It's awesome.
नहीं,
नहीं वो शक्ल सेम लग रही थी और जान पहचान भी लग रही है।
मेरी माँ का पति है, तू आगे देख के चला ना।
How are they doing this shot?
I know.
ब्लूज, अकॉस्टिक, सेमी क्लासिकल। बेटा इस टाइप की सिंगिंग में ना सिर्फ दुआएं मिलती हैं, दौलत नहीं मिलती। वो कराकर वो आजकल बड़ा फैशन में चल रहा है रैप। है? क्या बनाते हैं वो? पिच ट्रैक।
डिस ट्रैक भैया जी। भैया मैं भी लिखता हूँ रैप।
अच्छा, तू रास्ते पे ध्यान देना यार। नहीं नहीं बेटा।
It's nice because they're kind of out of focus as well.
आप सिंगिंग वाले शो में जाइए ना, है इनके पास तो दुखद स्टोरी भी है। खुद रिक्शा चलाते हैं। नेहा जी पक्का रो देगी।
तो सुनाओ कुछ।
राशिद, इरशाद। हाँ हाँ।
पेड़ पे अंगूर, अंगूर पे लंगूर, लंगूर की गांड लाल है, दिल्ली का हाल बेहाल है। धुआं है या कोहरा, पता नहीं बहन का लौड़ा, जाने किसकी चाल है, दिल्ली का हाल बेहाल है। जीबी 64।
अरे राइट से लो यार। लेफ्ट से ले लो। राइट से लो। पापा मैं लेट हो जाऊंगा। लेफ्ट से ले ओए। तो मैं भी लेट हूँ बेटा। राइट से लो। अरे मेरा गार्ड मुझे अंदर घुसने नहीं देगा पापा। लेफ्ट ले ओए। राइट से लो यार। लेफ्ट ले रहा है कि नहीं? बेटा धमका मत उसको, तू राइट से ले ना।
हाँ।
लेफ्ट, राइट, लेफ्ट, राइट, लेफ्ट, राइट, लेफ्ट, अरे राइट, लेफ्ट, राइट। क्या हो गया?
I thought that might happen. Just sucks.
कहाँ जा रही? भाई साहब। चल यार। अरे ये कुछ चलेगा?
You could just do that. Just drive it.
सीखा कभी? आप क्यों बैठे रिक्शा में?
I just gotta say that was an amazing shot. Like
Yeah.
the way they pulled it off, because the rickshaw's moving around and that vibration, I don't know how they're pulling this off because it looks like they're actually outside and
Yeah.
the car's actually moving. So if that's green screen, that's very well done. The motion of the vehicle makes things more complicated and it looks like the car's actually moving. So
Yeah.
if that's all being done in camera, or like when I say in camera, I also mean like in post, like editing wise, if the motion's being added after the fact, that's extremely impressive because it looks so convincing. I've seen that fake handheld added to, you know, shots later on, and usually I can tell. It just looks like it's an artificial
Like in
fake
Deadpool?
movement.
Or that was
The
good.
Deadpool technique used outside of Deadpool,
Okay.
I can usually tell what's happening.
Gotcha.
Right? And so there, it looks so convincing because I can't see the stitching at all. I just want to say kudos to the visual effects department for putting that together.
That's a nice shot as
I
well.
was so distracted, I couldn't even focus on the dialogue. I'm like, how are they doing this shot?
It's just like,
You are late, bro. Auditions are over.
अरे मैं तो टाइम पे आया हूँ।
ब्रो तू पूरा 20 मिनट लेट है, नहीं हो पाएगा।
अरे
नहीं यार, आप लोग ऐसा कैसे कर सकते हो? बेचारे इतनी दूर से रिक्शे से आए हैं, सस्ते जॉनी डिप लगते हैं यार। पहले उनका गाना तो सुन लो, फिर उनके गाने पे गलत कमेंट करना। भाई समझ के बोल रहा हूँ यार, दिल से बुरा लगता है भाई।
Okay, you have got 40 seconds.
Thank you.
hurry. Aw, this kid's sweet. Why don't I trust him?
जिससे इनकी गान फट जाए।
तो गान के नीचे बम रख दूं?
I love the kid. Oh no.
Oh Lord.
He got it.
बैटरी।
बबलू जी, बबलू जी, लगता है आपका अच्छा टाइम शुरू हो गया है।
क्यों, क्या हुआ?
बॉस ने आपको बुलाया है।
हैं? क्यों?
पता नहीं, लेकिन खुश लग रहे हैं।
अच्छा, सैलरी बढ़ाएंगे क्या?
मुझे क्या पता, लेकिन मेरे सामने 2 लोगों को रानुमरेशन दिया है।
क्या रानू मंडल क्या?
अरे बबलू जी, सैलरी सैलरी।
अरे वाह, किसकी?
ओबराय साहब और मलिक साहब की।
अच्छा, वैसे उनको जरूरत है नहीं है? ओबराय और मलिक तो अमीरों के ही नाम होते नहीं?
अरे सिंघानिया इधर आइयो।
आया सर।
तो आज ये मेरा पहला दिन है कॉलेज में। अब मुझे ये कौन बताएगा कि ये क्या है? अरे ये तुम लोगों से बात करना ही बेकार है। मैं तुम्हें चुप आओ कुत्ते की तरह पूरे कॉलेज का चक्कर काट के अब वक्त मिल रहा है तुम्हें आने का। अरे जब मैं तुम्हारी उम्र का था तो कॉलेज में पहुंचने वाला सबसे पहले मैं ही था।
सर क्योंकि आपके पिताजी पियून थे ना, तो आपका तो कॉलेज जल्दी आना बनता था गेट खोलने के लिए।
चुप करो। म्यूजिक क्लास, बैंड, सब जगह से तो रिजेक्ट हो चुके हो।
नहीं सर, मेरे गिटार में बैटरी नहीं थी, और वैसे भी जब मैं गाता हूँ सब रो देते हैं।
इतना बुरा गाते क्यों फिर? होमवर्क किया था सर, कॉपी लाना भूल गया। बैग के अंदर कॉपी नहीं, गिटार के अंदर बैटरी नहीं, खुद के अंदर बची कुछ शर्म है या वो भी बेच खाई? उठाओ। ये हरामजादे, बात करो। हाँ वही किधर है वो हॉटी टुन्नी वाला?
Where's that dude with the tiny tool?
अबे लटकने से हाइट बढ़ती तो मेरा नुन्नू जमीन पे रेंग रहा होता। हो कहाँ तुम दोनों? भाई समीर की दादी चल बसी। क्या बात कर रहा है? हाँ, गई मेरी दादी, उन्हीं के बगल में खड़ा हूँ। ये तुम्हारी दादी है? हाँ दादी। काफी हट्टी कट्टी दिख रही है। नहीं, पेट के बल लिटाया कुबड़ी थी। क्या? भाई जल्दी आ जाओ, दादी को कंधा देना है। हाँ जाओ, एक काम करो, मैं भी चलता हूँ, 4 कंधे हो जाएंगे। नहीं, दादी होतियों से दूर रहती थी। जाओ। अब ये बताओ, what comes in and what goes out? ठंडा कहाँ है?
अरे यार फिर से रिजेक्ट हो गया। आज तो दबा के पीऊंगा, पिला दो प्लीज।
आजा, मीठा पिएगा तीखा पिएगा?
गोलगप्पे वाले के यहीं डिसाइड करेंगे ना, जल्दी आ जाओ।
मैं भी दादी को निपटा के आता हूँ। अबे तेरा तो अलग ही है।
Can't catch a break today.
Yeah.
आइए।
What the hell?
That is so weird.
बाद आए भाई।
Ew.
अरे रोज कह रहने दीजिए, आप आइए।
Ew. No.
बैठ। बबलू जी, आपको पता है मैं यहाँ मीटिंग क्यों करता हूँ?
जी नहीं।
बहुत साल काम करने के बाद मुझे रियलाइज हुआ मैं काम की जगह हक दिया करता था। पर यहाँ बैठे बैठे मुझे हाय कमाल के आइडिया आते हैं। इसलिए मैंने दोनों चीज़ों की जगह एक्सचेंज करती हूँ।
ये मैं आपके लिए लाया हूँ घर से स्पेशल बनवा के।
वाह साहब।
हाथ तो धो लेते सर। ठीक है।
Guy's so dirty. He's gonna throw it in his face, isn't he? Oh, see, I knew it was gonna be something messed up.
बबलू जी, प्रमोशन के बाद ना ये सब मत खाना। अरे क्या कबूतर की तरह गर्दन इधर उधर हिला रहे हो? गर्दन लचक के टूट जाएगी, फिर उठा नहीं पाओगे।
Look at unibrow. Jesus, you see the guy's unibrow? The boss.
मैनेजर बना
Oh yeah.
आपको।
मुझे तो विश्वास ही नहीं हो रहा सर। दिस इज लाइक ड्रीम कम ट्रूथ।
हाँ।
बहुत पहले लेटर लिखा था इसी दिन के लिए। मेरा जो बेटा है उसके दोस्त ने लिखने में मदद करी। अगर आपकी इजाजत हो तो।
Oh no. Oh, it's so old.
Dear boss, thank you, Inog, for giving me this opportunity. I will give my heart, my soul, and my hairy ass for this company. My heart is beating as fast as I beat my prick during No Nut November. I beat my prick during No Nut November. Big respect to your wife for marrying a ball sack like you. वरना आज के जमाने में बातें जैसे कोयल, these bitches ain't loyal.
I love how earnest he is.
बहुत मजा आएगा आपको। बस हमने आपकी सैलरी कम कर दी।
Why?
हैं जी? क्यों?
हैं? सीनियर का काम ही क्या है? दीपावली में रंगोली बना लेना। दिन में एक समोसा, एक कोल्ड ड्रिंक्स फ्री। जूनियर लड़कियों के सर में हाथ फेर दिया, वेल डन बोल दिया। हैं?
I knew it was gonna be something.
He's in the wrong. He's in the wrong seat.
करनी है
क्या?
टट्टी।
नहीं।
हम कर लें?
हाँ जी करिए।
तो जाओ फिर।
जी।
अरे बाप रे।
Oh.
Wow. That was so seamless.
Yeah.
That was so seamless.
That was amazing.
How the hell did they do that?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
That's really good.
Jesus.
क्या रखा है इस दुनिया में? ये समाज तुझे कुछ नहीं देगा। पैसे कमाने के लिए लोग नौकरी करते हैं, चोरी करते हैं, डाका डालते हैं, इलेक्शन लड़ते हैं, प्रेस द बेल आइकन बोलते हैं। इतनी मेहनत नहीं।
It's a YouTube reference.
Yeah.
घर बैठे बैठे बना देगी करोड़पति। अरे हाँ क्या दिखा रही है? सच बोल रहा हूँ। हाँ तू इस अंगूठी से सारे सपने पूरे हो जाते हैं। गंजे के सर पे बाल आ जाते हैं, फिल्म सितारों की फिल्में हिट हो जाती है, गुप्त रोग ठीक हो जाता है। अरे सोच क्या रही है? फोन उठाए। उठा फोन। अरे यहाँ वहाँ कहाँ देख रही है? बेडरूम में रखा है फोन, चार्ज होने। बोल आओ। ओके।
Oh, he's there?
I don't know. Is he?
So should I come?
Yeah.
Look down.
Yeah, look down.
शाबाश। शाबाश।
That reaction.
हमें इमोशन की नहीं, प्रमोशन की जरूरत है।
बबलू जी, बहुत मजा आएगा आपको। बस हमने आपकी सैलरी कम कर
That's a Spike Lee inspired shot.
सीनियर का काम ही क्या है? दीपावली में रंगोली बना लेना, दिन में एक समोसा, एक कोल्ड ड्रिंक्स फ्री। जूनियर लड़कियों के सर में हाथ फेर दिया, वेल डन बोल दिया। करनी है, करनी है, करनी है। टट्टी।
You ever see Spike Lee movies?
Yeah, I
he
think
does that in
so.
every movie.
Yeah.
Gross.
What?
क्या कमाल है ना
It's a
जिंदगी।
poop.
मादर
Yeah.
चोद है।
ए, गाली देता है?
अरे साहब अपने पास जो है वही तो दूंगा ना।
चाचा अपना काम कर।
अरे साहब मैं तो अपना काम ही कर रहा हूँ, आपके पास कोई काम नहीं है तो मेरे बगल में आके बैठ जाओ, नहीं तो ये लॉटरी का टिकट आजमा लो।
आजमा ली, फूटी किस्मत है मेरी।
अरे साहब क्या चिंदी चोरी कर रहे हो आप? अच्छा सुनो ना, ले लो यार।
अरे तू मेरा दिमाग मत खराब कर यार, जा यहाँ से।
ये ले लोगे तो मेरा खाने का हो जाएगा।
कितने की है?
50 रुपए।
एक तो सैलरी वैसी आधी हो गई, ऊपर से इसको 50। ये ले। क्या खाएगा?
पोहा। वो नंबर लिखा है, मिला लेना। चलो।
I love how earnest he is as this character.
Oh my.
Hitchcock.
Oh my. Here we go. That's a great shot. Quick, quick, quick! Hide it! Go get the money!
बहुत महंगी है।
अरे कहाँ बेटा, ज्यादा कहाँ मांग रहा हूँ?
पर 1100 नहीं है मेरे पास।
नहीं नहीं बेटा, होंगे अंदर, देखो आटे के डब्बे में जरूर मिलेंगे।
अगर इतने पैसे होते तो अंगूठी की जरूरत ही क्या थी?
ऊपर वाले से नहीं।
Isn't that just a college graduation ring?
It looks similar.
That's all. I feel like that's just like a hijacked college graduation ring or a high school ring.
कम से कम मुझसे तो डर।
2 मिनट रुको।
Yeah, see? Then her husband's gonna be like, I won the lottery.
ए, तू फ्रंटल बना जरा के। हाँ, तो लिखिए, गुप्त रोग का पहला फायदा है कि वो गुप्त है।
मेरा सब उड़ जाएंगे।
हैं?
जाओ। क्यों? ये अंगूठी लो और जाओ।
अरे हुआ क्या?
मेरा सोफा।
अरे सोफा हुआ क्या? ये तो बता हुआ क्या? बता दो हुआ क्या?
ध्यान से सुनो, किसी को बताना मत। हमारी लॉटरी लगी है।
ये क्या बोल रही है? कुछ सुसरा ही नहीं
चलो
किया।
यहाँ से चलो चलो।
अरे पैसा दे दे।
हेलो।
It was on TV though, everyone's gonna see it.
1200 नहीं, 1400।
ये 200 और ले लो। आपके मटर छिलोगे? Thank you.
He's like, dang, it works.
हमला न कर दे बर्गर वे मैं, हमला न कर दे बर्गर वे मैं खानिया, मेट्रो लेके फिर शहर नू जानिया। कल जो था खच्चर बन गया घोड़ा।
That was extremely impressive in terms of the effects of the show. I was so blown away because generally speaking, you can tell when there's some stitching involved, when they're trying to merge the same actor playing two different characters. The way they employed green screen or whatever, the stitching was so seamless that I was like, wow, it feels like there are 2 or 3 Bhuvan bombs.
Yeah, and you can't even tell. It looks so good. And for me, the thing that I really enjoyed about this was it's everything that we've kind of been saying about BBK Vines since we started watching. You know, we're like, he's extremely talented. He's so good at playing the different characters. characters that each one feels so different. What he's been doing has been this kind of like low-key, handheld, very, very fast-moving comedy. And here we're actually getting a cute little comedy show, and each moment gets a chance to breathe. We're following a story. We get to see them out in the world and doing things. Like, for me, it was kind of blowing my mind just watching the characters interact in the world. Like,
do you watch a lot of Charlie Kaufman stuff?
No.
Charlie Kaufman did the movie adaptation. He also did Being John Malkovich. He did Schenectady, New York, or whatever that movie was called.
Okay.
That style of comedy that Charlie Kaufman writes and I guess also directs, that's what this felt like. Like the weird shit, no pun intended, with the boss who had the toilets and the toilet in both rooms. Like that felt straight up Charlie Kaufman to me. I mean, obviously I'm gonna draw upon my American references, right? Hemant Gar is obviously a cinephile because of the shots he's using here.
Yeah.
Like the Spike Lee shot that, you know, it's hit or miss when it works. It worked in here.
Yeah.
Because it helped to emphasize the effect of what the character was feeling, which is, I'm lost, I'm not sure what to do, he's down on his luck. His boss basically demoted him even though he promoted him.
Yeah, that was so messed up.
I didn't know who the other Bhuvan Bam was outside the office. Was he related? I couldn't tell who that character was.
Yeah, I don't
supposed to be.
remember that character really well.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously for people who have been watching Bhuvan Bam way more than we have, like a lot of these legacy characters, like you recognize and identify like that. For us, we watch it like kind of intermittently, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm picking up on, I don't remember the names of everybody. I just know generally who they are in relation to each other. And so for me, it was very exciting, not just from that perspective of like you were saying, and we said in the trailer reaction, like it's fun to see these people actually in the wild, interacting with the world as opposed to just being in the living room from that phone shot.
Yeah.
It's like, it's actually nice to see this in a full-fledged production. I think it's really, really well done to the point like it legitimately feels like a show. Like this is well produced.
Yeah, like if he decided to put this up on Netflix instead, I'd be like, yeah, that feels good enough for me to go out on a legit streaming platform that's not YouTube.
Right.
It's really good quality.
Right. The Charlie Kaufman humor is hit and miss for me, like with regards to Charlie Kaufman. And here, it was like there were instances where I'm like, okay, that's just awkward. But there were other instances where it really genuinely tickled me. I just enjoyed it all around. And I think that more than anything, I was just blown away from the production value of it, that sometimes I had a hard time just even tracking what was being said, because I was just so mesmerized by how well it looked. Because it's YouTube, I'm half expecting it to be kind of janky, because it's not from Netflix, it's not from Disney Plus, it's not from any like huge company. I'm just expecting it to look kind of like half sketch. It looks legitimate. I'm like, whoa, okay. I'm trying to study it, going, okay, how is he doing this? And I'm like, how would I do this myself? Because it looks so freaking good. Like in the rickshaw, that was the most impressive shit, man. I had to stop in that moment and like just acknowledge it, because the rickshaw is moving and stuff, and I'm trying to think about like how complicated that would be to like how would they shoot that? Did they shoot one person at a time and then layer it later on, but then how would they match up the movement?
It also looked even more real to me, because when they did the shot with the guy driving at the front, he was in focus, and then the two Bhuvan Bams in the back were not. And I thought that was really cool, because usually you would probably do it the other way, right?
Right.
And so that just kind of made it seem more real to me in a way.
And more cinematic.
Yeah, more cinematic. And like talking about cinematic, you know, the lighting in the shots was so beautiful. Like you kind of had that soft lighting feel and everything. The sets were really nice. And the graphics as well. Like everything was just so well thought out. We know someone who's been working on the back end of this, behind the scenes, and like I know how much hard work Bhuvan Bam has put into this, and it is evident.
So the rickshaw guy is Badri Prasad Chavan, who we've watched a bunch of times in a whole bunch of like TVF and just sketches on YouTube in general.
Wrong number,
everything.
Yes.
He's hilarious. To see him in this role is also cool. I like that he's lending his comedic talents to this. His little joke of getting up and walking to the other rickshaw was gold.
Yeah.
I'm certain that you don't get to just do that in real life.
No.
But this is obviously a very exaggerated show.
Yes.
You know, it's sort of making fun of all the things that you know about your own reality in India, including I don't want to call him a televangelist, but the guy on YouTube who's like the guru on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, like it would be hilarious if he had that level of connection where it's like, do you want me to show up? And he just actually does. Like, it's so ridiculous.
I loved Bhuvan's acting as the mom. I've always said this, like he is so good at differentiating between the different characters, but there's just something when he does the mom that is so sweet and innocent and yet strangely feminine at the same time. Like he does it so well.
The thing about it is with everybody he plays, he's playing it genuine. He's playing it as earnestly as possible. And I think that's what makes it work, whether he's the mom who has the effeminate nature in terms of the mannerisms and the hand and like the posture and whatnot, or the father. He's my favorite character. The dad, as annoying as he can be sometimes, he's my favorite character because he feels like someone much older than Bhuvan Bam in the way that he carries himself, in the way that he talks. He does such he always has. He's done an excellent job of really crafting each of these characters to the point that they feel quite individual, and it doesn't feel like, oh, it's just Bhuvan Bam talking to Bhuvan Bam.
Yeah.
It feels like the dad is talking to his son or his wife.
Even with the younger characters, because I think there are two characters, and like I don't know their names, but like the difference between the one who is trying to get into the band and like, nothing seems to be working out for him, and then the other guy who's his friend, and they both have like similar hairstyles or whatever, you can still really tell who's who just off of the behavior and mannerisms.
I know that for people who are longtime fans of Bhuvan Bam, the little sound effects, the Soundtrack Pro, the Apple Soundtrack Pro sound effects, what? And like all those like classic sounds that you see a lot of times in Indian sketches. I understand that for the longtime audience, that's fun to have. It's a little bit weird here for me because it's not quite committed as it normally is in the sketch videos.
Sure.
It's like it's there as a nod or a nuance, but it's so background that it almost feels like a mistake. And so for me, it's like all or nothing, like no half measures. It feels like a half measure, like it's kind of there, but we don't want to we want it to feel like a full-fledged production, so we're not going to really do it. I'd rather it not be there at all personally, because this takes us more into the like a Netflix show, like an Amazon Prime series. You know?
I mean, this is basically what he's been doing, but like way elevated. So much thought has been put into this, the script, the way it looks, the filmmaking.
I'm glad you agree with me, because a long time ago, I had said to ACHARA when he was doing his sketches, I was like, it would be so much nicer if it was like a full-fledged show, if it was like a full-fledged production and it's not just this handheld shot. You're like, no, but I like that, blah, 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 blah.
No, okay, so I do like that stuff, but what I thought you were saying was like, why doesn't he just upgrade the camera and everything? But he's not just upgraded the camera.
I mean, upgrade the whole damn thing into a full-fledged show like this.
Yeah, then I agree with you.
DHINDORA.
Yeah, this is great.
This is what I have long wanted to see from Bhuvan Bam, honestly. I'm happy to see it's come to life. It surpassed my expectations, honestly, because what I thought in my head, in terms of like what I was hoping he would do a long time ago, in terms of like this direction, I thought that maybe it would be half of this quality.
Yeah.
That would have been sufficient because it's YouTube. But he's taken this all the way to the point that it feels like, we keep saying it, we're repeating ourselves at this point, but it does legitimately feel like the quality of Amazon Prime or Netflix.
Yeah, and I think, we've always known that he was incredibly talented. It's almost like a validation of that, going like, thank you guys for supporting me, like the fans and all, and this really is what I can offer. And I'm sure if he was given even more money, more funds or whatever, then it would just go higher and higher and higher.
While the comedy doesn't always strike a chord with me, doesn't always tickle me, whether it's some kind of cultural gating or because the humor is just not my brand of humor, like it might not always tickle me. What I am definitely on board for here is the story, which I think is quite strong here, actually.
Yeah.
What makes it feel like Amazon or like Netflix is the structure of the show.
Yes.
Because we've seen other YouTubers who are big and have millions of subscribers do these long format programs on their channel. They just feel like longer versions of what they traditionally do in 5 or 10 minute sketches, right?
Yes.
It's just
longer.
It's just longer.
It's like a half-hour version of their 5-minute sketch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas this legitimately feels like a show in terms of the structure of the writing, which I think is awesome.
Yes.
It's exactly what I would hope for from Bhuvan Bam. And he's proven himself before, so I knew that I had confidence in his ability to do it because he did like the short film where he's playing the military ghost on the train. Like, I believe in his ability to do this stuff, so I'm very much looking forward to the next episode. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon, all notifications. Vote this up to let YouTube know that you enjoyed what you watched. I'm Jaby KOAY. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.